Welcome to our Industry 4.0 Academy here at Receptful and the Receptionist. Today, we're going to be talking about how to take your work permits as people are walking into your manufacturing facility. We're going to talk about that process to take it digital. Yes. Now, you see all the paper that we've got here on the desk in front of us and hanging up on the wall here. We want to get out of this. Like, come on, folks. As we record this, it's 2025. This is no longer working for us. You might think it is, but we're going to walk through the missteps, the mishaps, the things to think about as we take the permitting process, work at height, electrical, confined spaces, all that stuff, how we take that digital, save you time, save you money, save you effort, and get it to where you actually have that information at your fingertips at a moment's notice.
Right.
So Tom, set us up. What's the problem that we're talking about here?
The problem is in order to do any work in a facility, you have to have these different permits by your insurance company, regulations, whatever your insurance company might be. This is all a simple term called CYA. If you don't know what that is, go ahead and look it up. Because if you don't have these things and somebody gets injured or hurt or worse, you have to have the proof that you went through this. And it's not just going through it. It's like literally taking the permit and making sure that the person's name, there's a signature, all of these items that are on here. And what does this cost the company? A massive amount of time. So the facilities where we've implemented this is such a game changer from a time savings standpoint, as well as from an accuracy standpoint.
Current process, what we're talking about, contractors coming into your facility to do work.
Correct.
Maybe they're going to be on top of one of your loading machines to do some work up there. It broke in the middle of the night and now needs to be fixed so you can get production back on schedule, right?
Or preventative maintenance.
Any
of those things, yeah.
Contractors walking into your building to do some work, right? So that's where we're starting. They walk in. The first thing they see, they're greeted by this thing, your paper logbook. You're like, oh, can you please fill this out? Turn to the next blank page and fill this out. Oh, wait. I don't have a pen.
I don't have a
pen on me. Let me see. Oh, okay, here's one. It's a little sticky. Sorry about that.
Oh my gosh.
It literally is sticky, by the way.
It's sticky. It's out of ink, though.
Okay, it's out of ink.
I need another pen.
We need another pen that's not sticky and that has ink.
How much time have we wasted?
Okay, so let me go run and get that pen. Now you filled out your information in terms of name, company you're with, time in, all that stuff. All right, good. We've got the paper logbook done. Now we have all these things. So where are we going first? We're working at height today. We've got the contractor work permit, Tom. So we got to start filling that out. Oh, I got to get my sticky pen back out that has no ink. Okay, so I'm not playing this up, am I?
No, you're not playing this up at all. This is literally the process.
Okay, so we've got the daily work permit. Then we're going to be on top of stuff. So we're going to be working at height,
correct,
right?
And I'm going to be working with electricity.
I'm going to be working with electricity. So we've got a energized electrical troubleshooting permit, all right? Maybe not confined spaces, but maybe.
I need a ladder.
Or a lift. So I've got to fill this out. So now I've got 4 pieces of paper here. Tom, how long does this take to fill all this stuff out?
If I write really fast and you can read it, probably about 40 minutes.
There's the key. Can you read it? Can you read what I wrote in the paper logbook? And can you read what's on here? And here's the problem that I see, Tom. How do I make sure that this is always retrievable and aligned with this?
Yeah, that's a great question.
That's a great question.
It's called a filing cabinet.
I'm really good at questions. It's called a filing cabinet. It's called, do I remember to make sure that after I've pasted it on the wall for the day that I take it down and then I'll attach it to the paper logbook? Like, seriously?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Also, too, I logged in on the visitor log. Permit. I've wrote my name already 5 times before I've done anything within your facility.
Yeah.
We all write our names pretty quick, right?
I do.
I do too.
But it's not always legible.
That's what I was just about to say. The first time, okay, great. Second time, third time, fifth time. What we're starting to get into is the inefficiencies of just human behavior.
Yeah.
And it's not just a matter of making sure that we have these permits filled out and that we have them in the right and the correct spot. It's the fatigue that comes along with that individual that you're going to have, say, go into a confined space where they have to worry about CO2 levels and they have to worry about oxygen levels. They have to worry about things that can explode. And if we're fatiguing, and this is real, decision fatigue is real, what am I going to concentrate on?
I just want to get in and get the work done.
Absolutely.
And I want to make sure that I'm also clear here.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of this process.
No.
I'm not degrading this process. It is what it is, and it has a reason for its importance, that you need to track who's in your building, that you need to fill out these licenses. You mentioned CYA. There's a point to all this, and
Yes.
I'm not being facetious here.
Right.
But it is a lot of manual work that doesn't have to be that way. And in
Correct.
fact, with a system like ours, a visitor management platform, it can actually reduce time by an exponential factor in filling this stuff out.
100%. And on the other side of this as well, most of these companies have multiple locations, and ironically, they're all called the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to make a tweak to mine to be a little bit different and then the next person, I'm going to make a tweak to mine. What this can do is standardize your permitting process across your entire organization. Therefore, a contractor goes into location 1, they know what to expect. Location 2, they know what to expect. Location 3, they know what to expect. And that's where a lot of what we help companies with is that standardization of the processes.
Yeah.
When I checked in originally, all that, you have my name, my company, all that flows all the way over to these permits. Now I'm talking about the nitty gritty that needs to be done on this particular permit to make sure that you, the person coming in and doing the work, are covered and the company is covered as well.
So let's talk about that process. What are we actually talking about here? So visitor management platform,
Yep.
I mentioned that.
Yep.
That's what Receptful is. At its core, it is somebody walks into your facility, they check in using our visitor management platform, all the stuff that you would put in a paper logbook and much more, taking a photo, confirming citizenship, recording any notes from your security individuals, like not confiscated, retrieved a cell phone. Maybe you don't allow cell phones in your facility because of NDAs, signing those NDAs, attaching that all to the contact record digitally.
Yep.
To where it's stored in a secure cloud-based environment, that you always have access to it, that it's ready at a moment's notice. And now we're taking that check-in process and extending it to the next part of that person needing access to your facility, which is the permitting side of things.
Yes.
How long does this take on average to get through all of this, from the moment they walk in to checking in to confirming all that stuff I just went through to filling out all this stuff? What are you hearing, Tom?
So those of you who know are going to know this. Some of these permits we can take down to just a matter of a minute or two.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little bit longer when you're talking about work at heights.
So when they're filling it out
Yep.
on paper like this, it's taking 30,
40 minutes
45 minutes
to do all of them.
to do all of them.
Correct. And then when you're doing it digitally, now I'm getting the information and only being shown the information that's pertinent for my permit that I need at that particular moment in time.
Yep.
So I can go through an entire set of all of those permits from beginning to end in about 7 minutes on my own, but I'm not reading every single thing because I know what they say already. But that's the part we want to get to, is because people are coming in from preventative maintenance, weekly, monthly, whatever it might be, to keep the machines running at tip-top shape.
Yeah.
One of the things we think about on the production floor is efficiency, and we will
Absolutely.
track. We will,
Absolutely.
Yeah, we will track efficiency.
It is of the utmost importance.
1 second, 2 seconds. We have 2 lines with the same process. Why is this one going faster? And we will spend an amount of money, it doesn't matter, to make sure that we're both efficient. We're taking that same mentality into a process that has been the same way, let's just face it, forever.
Yeah.
Since insurance companies said we need this, and let's just be real. That is a human being in your facility.
Yeah.
That is a human being.
That represents a human being.
And that right there can fly away.
Well, because that's where I was going to go. So
Yep.
it's not that we do away with this, because we understand that
has
that's
to be printed,
regulatory.
yes.
It has to be printed. So your contractor finishes filling out all their information using Receptful, using the visitor management platform. You print out the work permits. We've got them taped up on our wall, just as an example here, but maybe it's magnetized.
Mm-hmm.
I literally was in a food manufacturing facility just 2 weeks ago. They had all these printed out. I saw all of them in this little vestibule area before you walk out onto the factory floor,
Yep.
the production floor.
Mm-hmm.
When that door opens, what do you think happens to all
I
those
know.
pieces of paper? They fly around. If they're magnetized, if they're not taped. Now, here's the thing. If that were to fly off the wall in this particular facility, there was a pool of sanitizing liquid that we had to dip our shoes in.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if that permit, the only copy that you have, falls into that pool? You don't have a copy of that.
You're talking about real life stuff, right? These are the real problems.
I literally walked into this food manufacturing facility here in the Denver area and saw, I didn't see the permit fly into the pool, but I'm just thinking, that's a liability right there.
Yeah, and it's a completely avoidable thing.
Completely.
You know, and we're talking to some facilities right now about even taking the paper and making it digital. Like, it's digital now, but I mean, even the display of it on screen. So we're currently in the works with some people and looking at different integrations for that. But there's a way to just take this first part, which we all know if we're in the area that deals with our lifts, and we deal with this on the daily basis. There are literally people, this is all they do, and I've talked to them. And the frustration factor of this having, not that it has to be done, but just the time that there has to be a better way. And when I was called by one individual and he said, Tom, is there a way we can do this better? And just that simple thing has led to this entire ability to do permitting directly on the iPad itself. So they're just sitting in the office and they're going through it. That allows the individual that's there overseeing them to be able to say the things, to answer the questions. It goes like, it's such a quick process now that people are like, okay, why didn't we do this before? And then when another person comes in from another facility, it's like, I've got to have that.
Yeah.
And it's just quick.
So this translates into real dollars, Tom.
100%.
This translates into real dollars in terms of time saved for your staff, effort by the contractor. They can get in, they can get out, so they're spending less time in your facility, which means less billable time, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
So your contractors are more efficient. I mean, you brought up efficiency on the production line. It literally is bringing that same mentality, that Industry 4.0 mentality, to the entirety of when somebody walks in your door. Mm-hmm. That's what a visitor management platform like Receptful can do for you, notwithstanding the cost avoidance of that scenario where you lose one of these and you can no longer attach it to the logbook record, or you can, one of our other integrations is you can assign a Bluetooth RFID tag.
Yes.
So you're tracking where that individual's going throughout your building. Yeah. So all of that being stored in one place as a record, a permanent record of that contractor's visit, the time savings, the cost avoidance for any fines, any compliance issues that might come up, it's incalculable to sit here and think about what that could mean for a large-scale manufacturing company.
Yeah. When you just, I mean, we joke about pins a minute ago, but I mean, if you start really breaking this down to the ridiculous.
I mean, the cost to print these,
that was
right?
Literally where I was going. It is, and we do understand these have to be printed. There has to be a wet signature for the insurance company's agreements. And, eventually someday that may change. But where we're at right now, this is literally the most efficient way to get all the permitting done in a very quick and timely manner and move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And getting those contractors in and out, as you just mentioned, the efficiency of this is important. That along with being able to research these and see these, when a compliance person comes in, and heaven forbid, knock on wood, that somebody were to get an injury in a facility, you have the ability to instantaneously pull this up.
Yeah.
If there's some scattered going on and paramedics have to be called, for example, and they're rushing through and that door's open and the permits all fall into the pool. What happens then? There's no proof.
Right.
So that is where we can help you CYA in your facility at all levels, not just the front, but also in the back, in the permitting section as well.
You got it. It is taking your contractor permitting process digitally from the moment they walk in, time savings, money savings, safety, security enhancements, information privacy and data storage security there. It just runs the gamut here, Tom.
You brought up a great point, because when I'm asking you, what's your name? That's public. You ever get you're saying it out loud.
Which is fine. I can tell you my name, but all the other information maybe I don't want people to know.
One thing that this process doesn't do, though, one of the important things is, does that contractor and that contractor's company have their insurance up to date?
Yeah.
So when this check-in, this permitting process happens, we can actually ping using Power Automate a sheet that says, hey, ABC company's insurance is out of date. Don't let them on the floor.
Don't let them out.
And those are those little, they're the small little things.
Don't let the small things become the big things.
And it's true. Because if you let somebody out there, you are now completely and 100% liable because the insurance company is not going to cover it.
And that is what you're getting at is the core of Industry 4.0, this fourth industrial revolution that all these videos within this Industry 4.0 Academy that we're putting here and making available to you, we're trying to get that across, that it doesn't have to be this way. And that there are ways that as the economy is changing, not just here in the United States where we're filming, but as the world economy is changing, the ways that business is done, the access to information has to change along with it, or companies will get left behind. What I want to encourage you all to do is in the links below, there's a live demo where we've actually walked you through our permitting process.
Yes.
Using Receptful. Go take a look at that. Watch that. We're going to make that available. You don't have to sign up for anything. It's just a live demo that we've done of our system so you can see actually how this looks, how it's built, what it looks like on the back end, what it looks like to the user experience. And we just want to walk you through that and make that all available to you. So we appreciate you watching this video and our explanation of how we can take this process digital. Go check out that video to see it in action and keep watching the rest of these videos. We're adding to this library of Industry 4.0 videos all the time. So keep coming back and please reach out to us if you have any questions about Receptful or about Industry 4.0. We'd love to have a chat with you. Thanks so much for your time and we'll see you on the next video.
Thanks, everyone.